Hi guys, welcome to this case study. This case study I have devised is really as a revision for everything that we have done to this moment on the course. You would have by now completed the course, and you would have perhaps done all the exercises that we have set, and perhaps followed us as we went through the case or the project design for the main training element. Now, having finished that, this case study is really to summarize a lot of the concepts that we have done, so that you can just watch me go through the design. I have chosen a very simple building, in this case a residential building, a bungalow, and we will go through it, setting it up, and then modeling it up to completing it, doing the re-rendering and the visualization of it. That way, as you watch, it sort of reminds you, or takes you, or reminds you of the different aspects of Revit that we have covered to this stage. So here we are in Revit, as you can see on your screen, the architectural template, and I shall just go on my Windows, on my view window. I just want to move my elevation markers so that they are out of the way as we draw. So if I just select them and just move them out of the way. Right, now that we've moved that out of the way, what we want to do, the way I was looking to approach this, is to start with grids and levels, and then we'll do the wall types. So we need to do the initial setup for the project. So right, if we just go to our home tab, which is architecture, to the right hand side on your ribbon, you see your the toolbars within the ribbon. You see the grid. So if you click on grid, then you can start to draw your grid. All you need to do is left mouse click, draw, pull it to, as you pull it to the other side, and then click when you get there, and then you can see it's given it 1, and it will just continue that way. I'm going to do a 3 meter grid this way. So if I look for 3 meters, just really nudge it onto, you can if you remember, you can actually type this in if you wanted to. That's 3 meters. Move it to the other side. I'm going to do a corridor of 2 meters next. So if I click there, 2 meters, take it to the other side, and I should do another 3 meter distance. Click from there, move it to this side. Okay, so this is really our main this is within the limits of what we want to draw. Then actually there's a carport. I'm going to put a carport in there. So if I do 6 meters that way, if I need to pick up my grid again. So if I click grid, come back here, so if I take 6 meters, Then move your mouse, shift it to the other side, watch it align, and then click. I've got I'll put two other porches behind. If I take it there, say 2 meters, and then take it to the other side as well using your mouse, and then once it aligns, you just you click. Okay, so that's the extent of our building. If we do the vertical ones, so if I start for say from here, come down that way, that's the first one. Then the second one, if I do these ones on a 4 meter grid, I'm trying to say give us rooms of 12 square meters. So that's 4 meters that way, and then bring it down, watch it align, and then click. I'll start another one, 4 meters, bring it down that way, and then watch it and click. I'll do another one, 4 meters, down, and click. Living room, I'm going to do 8 meters, bring it down, align, and click. And then some additional rooms. I think is a bedroom plus a kitchen and store on this side, another 4 meters, and then click. Right, so that's so this is the extent of our building. If you remember how we said you could move these handles, all you need to go is go to the internal small circle and then just move it in, nudge it right in, and the same thing with this one. If we wanted to nudge that back in, you can see the small circle there, just move it in, and that one just nudge it in a bit. Okay, so that's the extent of our building, and then we can go. I can move this slightly out to make sure we've got enough space. Right, okay, so that is the grid set out. If I exit, come out of every command, I need to now go to the elevations and set up our levels. You can see levels, like if you remember during the tutorials, it's not highlighted there, but once you go into elevations, any of the elevations that you want, say the south elevation, and you just see that it becomes highlighted again. So here we are in the south elevation, and you probably find sometimes you just go into Revit, you just probably find everything it's not there at all. Well, what I'll go do is I'll just go to the properties palette. You see where it says clip with outline, change that to no clip at all, and do OK. You can then zoom to fit, and then you can see all it's all there now. That's the grid lines that we've just done, and this is the levels. So if we then just move this to the side, and move that to the side. Okay, it's a simple bungalow that we're doing. If I just click on this to change that to 3 meters, and that should be fine. It's a single story building, so that is okay. I just noticed we didn't change this to read, say, A, B, C, D. We can do that. All we need to do is go back to our level 0. We should have done this when we were looking at when we're drawing it, all you need to do is come back here, and then you can change them. Okay, so that's done. Now that we've done our grid, the next thing is, if I go to architecture, we need to start putting our walls in. So if I click on wall, the basic wall, it is absolutely fine. We've talked about how you might go about changing this. If you wish, just go to edit type and just duplicate, and then edit the values to change it to whatever fits the regulation in your area, or whatever fits the U values that you're trying to, or the performance requirements for this particular wall. So if we use the basic wall to do this, I'll start from here. Before we actually do that, we need to look at our options bar and see what we might select. So we've got the height. Yes, that is fine. The unconnected height, we want this to go to level. Want this to go to level 1, which is fine. This default will no longer apply. Wall center line, that's fine. And then a chain, that means that we can draw continuously, which is okay. Properties palette, we're drawing this on level 0. We don't need any offsets, and that's okay. So we're good to go. So if we now start drawing, right now, that's the outside, the external wall of our building. I'll escape to come out of the command. I go to wall again, click, and then we can select a partition wall. If we take that one, is one of the generic ones, you can again select or build your own. Let's take this one, and then we can begin to do the internal partitions. So if we start from here, add that wall, do that one. So all I'm doing really is left mouse click, drag across, and then click again. So left mouse click and then stop. Right. There's if we go to our basic wall again, start from there, do another one from there. We've got toilets here. So if we start there, there's I'll first of all do this wall, then I'll show you something that we need to correct or address. here. There is a family living area here. I've just drawn a straight wall. All I need to do is select this wall. There's this command here, which is split element. There's another one there, is split element with a gap. All I just want is a split element. So if I just click on that, come here, click on it, that splits the element. You can see there are two of them. And then all I need to do is to trim. Select the size you want to keep, and that does that. We need additional walls, internal, on this side. The kitchen is there. Another bedroom. And there's a store somewhere there. Okay, there's another store there. I'll go back to wall. Right, and then I'll just do the structure. If I let's do architectural column. Yeah, that's fine. Good size one. Put it on the grid here for the carport. There's an external canopy here. Put another one there. Another one there. There's one for this family living room, which if we put down. Okay. To keep with the time limit for these videos, we shall leave that there until the next lesson. In this lesson, we learned how to set up grid lines again. We looked at levels, and then we looked at wall types, and then we've done our external interior walls. We will continue at the next lecture. See you then.